welcome back to the Murphy Code. Now, Kira won't be with us most likely this session, having a bit of a cat's trouble. But everyone else is here, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm sure going ahead without a medic will be fine.
Child
Wait.
medic, no less.
So, in the last session, everyone finished getting lost in the Hive City, and you guys got introduced to your Unidix, while also requisitioning some items. And everyone should have their items all requisitioned, and everyone should be all good and sorted now, yes?
Mostly, yeah.
Cool.
Pretty sure I'm all sorted.
Yeah.
Alright. So, you guys were eating breakfast, I believe, last we left off.
I believe so.
As you guys are finishing up breakfast, your interrogator, the fox, the fox, comes through the door and looks at you all and says, "Okay, so I've got our next mission. You guys ready to roll?"
Get this over with.
Indeed, for the might of the Imperium. What exactly is the mission?
We're going to be traveling for a month to go to a world that's currently at war with the orcs, we're just eradicating them from that planet, and apparently they found a temple to Slanesh. So we're going to be looking at that and, potentially getting rid of it because, well, it's heretical, of course.
Okay. To everyone who is looking at Brad, you see him visibly tense up at this. But he's not saying anything.
Slanesh, you say?
Yep. So, get your things together and head to the docks, and once you're all there, we will get going. Also, I'm afraid your medic has come down with chickenpox, so they'll be catching up with us later.
Very well then. Do hope she recovers soon.
Oh no.
So, you guys get your gear together, and you head to the ship, and once again, you meet up with the captain, who is, Captain Albright Zadonia. And he stares at you, and he just gives a sigh and says, "Welcome to my ship. These are your quarters." He motions you to this closet-sized space with 4 beds that are like this, 2 on one side, 2 on the other side.
Okay.
About expected.
Yeah, the thing is, Brad is being unusually quiet. Normally he'd be saying some kind of just a remark or an agreement, but he's not saying anything.
Oh well, good to have some quarters for our journey.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing too extravagant, but there's a place to sleep. There's a little meal dispenser just on the wall there. And they motion a paw towards what looks like a toilet on first glance.
You sent us on a mission for a month. And something like this.
Their head tilts. What do you mean? You have beds, you have food, you have a toilet. Those are the basic necessities for continued human survival, are they not?
They meant that the ship is sturdy enough to take us.
Would you repeat that? You're a bit soft, sorry.
She's asking if the ship is sturdy enough to take them for a month.
Oh yeah, don't worry. We'll be making a stop at a space station to get some more supplies for the trip. And you guys have rations.
Not for a month, but hopefully we can get some more.
But
Well, go ahead.
Vexen nods and then says, "Yeah, we'll be bringing you food every couple of days, so you're not going to run out, don't worry. And if you ever need to ask me a question, my room is right over there." And they motion a port towards another door that says, the Vexen room. Do not enter.
I don't even want to ask. I don't want to be disappointed.
Well, let's get ourselves settled in for the journey.
So,
Very well.
what do you guys do with your 1 month of time?
Well, as they're settling in, Owen does look over his shoulder and says, "Brad, Brad." Oi, Brad.
Am I muted? Sorry.
That's just funny.
I thought it was in character, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I would have accepted it.
He did just turn. He just turns around and goes, "What?"
You haven't top bunk or bottom bunk.
Bottom.
All right, and Owen hoists himself up. His leg's still hurting. You've been oddly quiet. Everything all good? Saying silent prayers, or
I guess you could say that.
it's the greenskins, isn't it?
Was it that obvious?
Ah, you have that look about you. You do.
Mm,
Believe me, I understand. I hate them with a fiery passion that just, well, that can rival an exterminatus. What they did to our home before we all joined the Inquisition, unforgivable.
yeah.
Or at least I assume you're a part of it.
Yeah, I was. It's not something I like to talk about.
Mm. How about the rest of you? Were you there that fateful day when we were met with unholy fire?
Kane just raises his arm up and just, as if that was enough to speak for itself.
Teresa just kind of just keeps her gaze. It looks like she's keeping her gaze downward, but she just remains silent. But you can kind of see a little bit hints of like, her blue pupils kind of like staring at you, like you have her attention.
Well, it seems as though that says it all, doesn't it? So, you indeed were all there when our home planet decided to, well, face the wrath of the orcs. So then, I suppose the obvious question must be asked. Now that you know we're going to a place where the greenskins are, yet it's not inherently our mission to exterminate them, what will you do?
I don't feel ready to fight them. Not yet.
Same as before, we survive.
And the
Uh,
madam?
Louisa just kind of stares at you hardly and she goes, I'm indifferent. For
Indifferent.
one, I do not care about the greenskins, but neither do I care about my fellow humans.
And how could you not? It's us against the rest of the galaxy.
Her eyes almost narrow a bit and she goes, I've been against everything, dear, because of what I am. My fellow humans do not accept me. So why should I care about them? They did not care about me.
Because without us, you would be dead 1,000 times over.
Death may not be a bad thing. Especially with the way that we're forced to do these tasks sometimes against our will.
Owen almost gives sort of a look to you. Like he wants to scream something at you, but he has enough self-control to not say anything.
Lisa kind of notices this a bit as she almost like seems to shake her head a little bit and then like rub her temple and she just goes, we all have our reasons for doing what we do. As I said, I am just indifferent. I do what is asked of me, yet I do not care or have any feelings or sides. I do as I'm told and live as long as I can, but if death is in my future, I will accept it with grace.
Yeah, for once, Owen doesn't seem like he knows what to say.
If
Okay.
Well, that may be true, Louisa. But know this. As long as we are comrades, the might of the glory of mankind will become obvious to you. I'll make sure of that.
I would argue to worry about your own life first, then putting others. But do as you will.
Strange you
Rather
mentioned about. Oh,
Neku first.
strange you mentioned the value of others' lives, but not your own.
She turns to look at you now, and she goes, as I just said, everybody has their own reasons for doing as they do. This one here lives to protect others. It's pretty obvious. So if that is his will, then he can do what he wish. Whether I agree with him or not, it matters not.
May I ask what your will is then?
She kind of looks thoughtful for a second, and she just shrugs. She goes, not sure I have one yet. I just move as the current takes me and see it to the end. Especially
Right,
since I have seen certain ends.
Very well.
I just want to quickly mention this because I think you guys have forgotten, as only one of you has really done it. Just a reminder that there is a thing called a bond where you can set a goal that is focused on someone in the party, such as I will make Louisa see the error and value in a lot. That would be a good bond, and If you manage to complete your bond, you get 400 experience. Just wanted to bring it up again because you can set that after the session and just let me know what your bond is and we can discuss it. Because, yeah, I gotta approve the bond.
I gotta
Alright.
think of it. And I don't have time.
Alright, you guys can continue now. I just wanted to, again, mention that. So, yes, you were discussing the value of life.
Brad decides to get up from his bed. I need a smoke. And he leaves.
Kane
said-
gets up and follows and just looks back to the two. Don't try to strangle each other out now.
Louisa almost like rolls her head, like as if she actually like rolled her eyes underneath her veil, and just goes to sit in a corner.
Owen just watches Louisa. He just kind of goes and takes a seat, and he pulls out a book and he starts reading it.
Okay. So, where is the neck hidden?
I'm just gonna follow Brad.
Okay.
I just tried to find a spot to have a smoke somewhere without annoying anybody.
Well, fortunately for you. Oh, someone was here.
What?
Hmm?
This where I
I
saw.
think someone knocked on our door.
Was that Kira? Maybe. I
Well,
sorry. Fortunately for you, it's the early 80s, 90s in terms of law, so you can smoke anywhere.
Okay.
Yay!
And nobody will care, hopefully.
Yep. I mean, 90% of the people like in this universe, from what I've seen.
Eh.
Don't do smoking, kids.
Can I have asthma?
But Brad doesn't care. Brad smokes.
Brad is so cool.
But yeah, you find a little viewing area that's, I mean, they're made of reinforced glass and they're made so that if a breakage does happen, it automatically seals the door behind you. So if the glass does break, you're gonna die, but at least the rest of the ship won't.
If.
And they only have like one or two of them on the ship. But I mean, you can look out over the stars and, you know, as long as nothing happens, you got a nice view.
Yeah, Brad is just sitting there. He's just leaning against the wall, looking outside, smoking, not saying anything.
Kane soon
Sam.
approaches.
His hands are shaking.
Kane soon approaches and like kind of like with a little bit of a small grind of his arm and just like sits down shortly after, working on it for a bit before looking over. Not much for conversation I see right now, but may I ask you something?
Sure.
What you did before? Before all this, anyway.
To be honest, not much. Tried to get into an academy, be a police officer. Don't tell anyone I said this, but I flunked it. Said I was too violent.
I don't see that anymore, but maybe back past you, I can see it.
Hmm. And, well, shortly after that, you know what happened.
We don't need to relive that part. The reason
Ugh.
I asked is because it helps really alleviate pain to remember the good times.
Hmm.
As I'm sure we didn't have much after that. At least I didn't.
Right.
Feels like a fantasy nowadays, but I enjoyed it while it lasted, the dream.
It was okay, I guess. Better than this. That's for sure.
Could happen one day again.
I really hope so. But until then, for now, if we get caught by those greenskins, we are most definitely going to die.
I'll tell you what, if we get captured, I'll kill you.
Better you than them.
I know.
Sorry, you can go.
Found a twisted sense of fate. I didn't lose my arm from them, but I dealt in making them to help the disabled. That was my job profession. Find technologies to make actual mechanical limbs, and even though it's so much more advanced here, it's for a different reason now, you know?
Sounds pretty cool.
You would think so, but I've seen ghost paintings and such, and I felt them myself. Not something you want to experience.
Hmm.
Anyway, I'll let you continue your smoke break.
Thanks.
Kane waves the arm and just kind of moves on.
Okay. So I just want to quickly have an aside here where I just want to say, you remember how you said, think of all the good times? And I was just visualizing, like, you guys, your life's flashing before your eyes, and you're seeing all the good times and the bad times. And the good times is just you guys listening to music in the hive truck, and it's, your song comes on and you start singing it. And you're just like, da 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 da.
That's funny.
And that's the best time you can think of, and you're like, huh.
No, the other good times, the better times. Okay, good.
But yeah, I thought of that and I had to share it because it's a little fun. So, Louise, yeah, and Brett, do you guys do anything else, or are you guys pretty set?
He's pretty set at the moment. Owen is just content to read the Holy Scripture.
Cool, cool. So,
Uh,
yeah.
just Louisa almost seems to give you kind of side glances, and then she seems like she wants to add something, and finally, after a while, she goes, "Your dedication is, some would say, admirable. Yet you claim you came from the same planet that we all did. I take it you're quite fond of the. What is it again? The Imperium?
The Imperium, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. Why are you so fond of them, if I may ask?"
Well, sure. Well, Louisa, surely you know the reason why yourself.
She just stares at you silently.
Do you remember what it was like back during the days before we knew about all of this. The great Imperium at large, the Xenos that stalked the outer rims, that threatened to take the lives of every man, woman, and child in existence. That blissful ignorance of what felt like some form of tranquility. A simple life, full of its own struggles, yet almost seems quaint now. Do you remember that?
She just stared at you silently for a brief moment, and then almost seems to scoff. It's very soft, but she does scoff a bit, and she just shakes her head. She goes, I think that you had a very kind childhood.
I had a very bland childhood up till now. Memories are a bit scattered here and there, but you know how it is. I assume yours weren't any different, but I get the feeling you don't wish to speak about it. So I shall just continue. That form of peace that world knew, it's because of the Emperor of Mankind and the Imperium itself. That we could enjoy some form of peace, even in strife and suffering, because of their might. That is truly glorious. And although we constantly struggle against the forces that completely oppose us, can you not to see that we could achieve some sort of peace like that? Yes, I believe in the Imperium wholeheartedly. Because if our sacrifices can bring that peace back, then don't you think it's worth it?
It kind of her mouth kind of goes in a bit of a frown. It can kind of be hard to see because of the tattoos on the corners of her mouth, but she definitely doesn't look very pleased by that last statement. But she does softly say, she sighs and I see your point in a way, though there are some parts I cannot agree with. Regardless, you have your opinions and a strong sense of duty. And that's admirable. I will say, though, it is okay to put your life above others, too. Don't feel like as if every sacrifice leads to something. Sometimes a sacrifice leads to nothing.
Only in death does duty end, my dear, and I will continue to serve until my dying breath. Nothing more, nothing less.
If that is your choice, very well then.
And I believe it also must be said, you may not agree with my terms or what I believe in or some such, but know this. You are a part of the Imperium of Man. And that is something that you should be happy about.
She scoffs again with a very, sad smile. And she turns to look at him. She turns her head towards him anyway. And then she fiddles with her headband a bit and actually removes it. And you see, her, the whites of her eyes are just almost like black gray. As, she has, blue pupils. And you see, dark bags under her eyes. And just barely also you can see almost matching blue veins sticking out of her neck, and she goes, mankind has never been kind to me because of what I am. Never have I even seen I've seen both kindness, cruelty, and much in it. And not much surprises me anymore. Who knows? Maybe you might.
Maybe. We shall see.
She
After
gives an
all,
almost like hopeless smile. Like she doesn't believe you, but she's trying to.
I will say one thing to you, Louisa. Something that I'm sure everyone else who you have been with has not said to you before. Your soul is worth just as much as everyone else's. A psyker you may be, but you are still human. And Owen goes back to reading his book.
She still stares at you, but she still doesn't quite. You get the feeling she just still doesn't quite believe your words, like she's heard them before. But still, yeah. So she just puts back on her veil and just fixes it again to hide her eyes and just goes back to just silently lamenting.
We're all just a bunch of doubters, aren't we?
Then Kane opens the door loudly, saying, "What's up, guys? I'm back. You guys getting along now?"
Silence.
At least you're not killing each other. That's good. I had bets earlier. Kane didn't lays down on bed.
Yeah, you bet 2-1 with Folks. So
Yeah.
Folks has lost, so they owe you a ration.
Heck yeah, I get one more food. I get a food.
Yep. Not even good food, just a.
A food.
So the days start to blur together a bit as sort of monotony begins to surround your lives. You wake up, you eat, you whittle away the day, you read the books you've already read. They don't have any others on the ship, so what you have is what you got. You bicker, you complain, and then, if you're feeling like it, you sleep. Every couple of days, Fox emerges from their room and heads over to the captain. They discuss things for a little bit, and then as Fox heads back to their room, the captain reaches into a supply room and comes out with your next load of rations and food. Most of the time, it's things like crusty bread or stale cookies, or like dried jerky if you're lucky. One time, there was even a microwave dinner meal.
Oh my god.
Only the one time.
Ugh.
A week has passed. You still have 3 more weeks to go. Does anyone do anything else?
Brad is getting bored. So he decides to find an open space to start exercising.
Yeah?
Equally, I'd say Owen's probably in some kind of training range, swinging around his Warhammer firing off some practice rounds.
Well, there's no sort of training range. It's a small ship.
So yeah, he's just swinging around his Warhammer.
You nearly hit one of the crew, and they immediately scold you for it and swear profusely. And then a moment later, the captain comes in and just says, "Stop that. Go back to your room." And then he walks away.
Brad is just doing squats.
Gonna have calves of steel by the time this journey is over.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, to ease her boredom, Louisa's going to head into the kitchen to see what kind of spicy dish she can make.
Oh, there is no kitchen.
Oh, there's no kitchen?
No, it's a very small ship.
Oofa. They said that it has food on the ship, though, right?
Yeah, they have a storage room which has crates. And there's a sign that says, "No inquisitors." That means you.
So, what kind of food can we eat that doesn't require to some kind of make it in a kitchen?
I told you, they've been giving you like jerky, stale cookies, stale bread.
Great, yeah, great.
If you thought you could be a culinarian, you were dead wrong today.
Sorry, but the only reason your place had a kitchen was because it was the giant inquisitorial ship. This is a small transport ship.
And they expect us to live with us on this in a month? Yeah, that was Luisa's point of asking. She knew that she should have known this was gonna happen.
So, another week passes. And by this point, Owen, you've read your book 20, maybe 50 times. Like, you've been doing squats, and at this point, you've been eating the same piece of bread for probably about 5 days now. Not the same piece of bread, the same type of bread each day. Fawkes comes out of the room as predicted on the third day. They head over to the captain. The captain heads into the storeroom and comes out with your next load of rations. He knocks on your door and then offers the bag.
And just Brad takes it and says thanks.
Thank you, Captain.
Kane feels pretty worn down. He's just been laying in bed.
Luisa's quiet, as always.
The captain heads back to his job manning the ship. And another day passes. And another. And another. There's a knock on the door.
Closer to their destination, Brad is trying to psych himself up.
There's a knock on the door. Your food has been given.
It's at this point Owen has kind of gotten bored as well, so he starts trying to beat Brad's squat record.
Now he's doing push-ups.
And so the journey continues. You all do your best to stave off the boredom. And then finally, you hear a scratching at your door. And Fawkes has come to inform you of something.
Brad opens the door.
Oh, hey guys, how was your trip? Have you guys been spending your time wisely?
In a small ship, there's really nothing to do.
Oh yeah, that's true. What I tend to do is I clean myself, some casual grooming, check for fleas, that sort of thing. Not that I have fleas, no, I do have fleas. Anyway.
I've read
Right.
so many times that
Sorry.
I've read the Holy Scripture so many times they're burned into the back of my eyelids.
Well, that's a good thing. Oh, right, I'm the one at the door. So, I just wanted to let you know, we'll be landing tomorrow. At the spaceport, where we'll be getting more provisions.
Ah,
We're halfway there! Yay!
Brad,
that's
can I borrow one of your litho sticks?
knock yourself out.
Fucking the trip's making the priest smoke now.
Everybody is smoking now.
Yeah, it's Warhammer 40k, everyone's smoking. Even the smokers are smoking. So, Rox looks you all and goes, oh, what's wrong?
We're just bored, really.
Oh, well, unfortunately, that's not really a problem I can requisition a solution for. Mostly problems of trying to keep you all alive rather than boredom. But, if you want, you can, when we make dock at the port, you can go and look around or, spend your pocket money. Because you guys are getting paid.
Owen looks up from the book. Wait, we get paid?
Well, of course you do. What do you think we use to get your food and get your requisitions?
Oh, our own paycheck. Nice.
It's and nuts, of course. What else would we use to buy it with?
Kane just says, I'm going to sleep again.
Alright. Well, we'll be docking early tomorrow, so if you want to make a trip out, just let the captain know and be sure to be back before 6 p.m. because he might just leave without you. So, yeah.
Noted.
Alright. Vexen waves a paw and then says, just let me know and I can give you some money. And then they head back to their room. And as the door opens to their room, you realize their room is a supply closet that is just filled with beds. Like, I'm saying it's like this small little supply closet that has been fashioned into a makeshift cat tower with multiple beds on each level.
Oh. Well, I was right. I would be disappointed to a degree.
Alright, Brad is definitely going to go out tomorrow.
There's also
Get out of the ship.
there's also a steak on a plate in there.
Now he's disappointed for two different reasons.
So, do you guys do any specific prep beforehand?
Yeah, Brad is definitely gonna go and talk with the captain to get some pocket money, and that he's gonna go out tomorrow.
The captain gives a sigh and then he says, so you want to talk to your interrogator about that?
Right, okay. He does that.
Alright. Folks gives you guys basically it's like a credit card, but it has a picture of Folks smiling brightly, and They offer it to you and then say, "Here, we'll be able to monitor all your purchases and make sure you're not overspending."
Budget.
You now have money.
What's the budget?
There's no currency in this game. I got a feeling.
There is a currency. If you open your character sheet, and I believe it's under gear.
Okay.
I thought it was under gear.
No, it doesn't.
You might be right, actually. I think there might not be a currency. I was probably thinking of experience, because experience is used to purchase upgrades.
Which is weird, but how do you get weapons? I guess you gotta fight for weapons generally, like rare weapons and such.
I think there is a currency, it's just, I'll have to check that out, but for roleplay purposes, you got a magic credit card.
Okay.
Kane finally gets out of bed and actually tries to use his muscles because he has not been using them for the past week.
This is why Brad has been exercising.
Yeah.
You're stiff, and you think a little bit of rigor mortis has set in.
Ah,
Oh,
damn.
no.
You know, around where your arm connects to the metal limb.
Ugh.
Hmm. Guess is why I get to be depressed in the bed all day.
No.
So, one by one, you guys make your way out of the ship and into the stop. There's mostly a large shipping area where ships are being supplied with goods, or, you know, delivering goods. But you guys are, after some quick chat, pointed towards a small area that has a bar, has a little food shop with actual food, and there's even a toilet, and there's a small little convenience store that sells, like, you know, pre-packaged goods and all that.
Oh my god.
Well, Louisa's heading over to make sure they have proper food for once.
Yeah.
They have bacon and eggs, they have steak, they have lasagna, they have an orange cat. Wait, oh no, that's just the regular cat. That's
Oh.
Go ahead and choose whatever you like. Might be our last meal for a while.
Is there a pet shop?
Oh no.
Oh no!
I want you to roll me. Let me see, what check is it? You can either roll commerce, intimidate, interrogation, inquiry, charm, or deceive.
I think I suck at all of these. I do. Okay, good.
Well, it's your choice. How do you want to go about seeing if there's a pet shop? Also, they have burgers. And, you know, wrapped cakes and, like, you know, packets of chips and all that. Like, it's a proper little truck stop.
Okay. I decided I want to do commerce because that just makes the most sense.
Okay,
That was
okay.
actually a thing. Alright.
Roll your check. 1 second. I'll give you. mm, +10.
Okay. That's about accurate.
So,
9. Gee.
you ask around, and everyone seems strangely cagey. Pet shop? Oh, why would there be a pet shop around here? There's no pet shop. And they straight up bolt away from you. There's nothing here. Carry on, Inquisitor, Interrogator, Acolyte. And they're gone.
Yeah, sounds about right.
You see
Is there a
someone.
weapon shop around here?
Meanwhile, another person walks by with a pet iguana around their neck.
Kane only seems even more depressed as this trip goes on. In fact, he might actually contemplate suicide at this point.
No.
He's gonna go to the bar.
The bar has the good shit and the bad shit. And it's all the same shit.
Ah, same shit then.
He gives you a drink. Yeah, well, you looking at mighty depressed there, right?
Yeah, give me more.
What seems to be the matter?
Boredom, bed, haven't got out of it. Think I got some bad issues with my arm again. Muscles are stiff.
We could go to the Medicare, little medical station.
Ah, do I care that much? I don't know. Give me another one.
Yeah.
Drink your problems away.
So while a certain Kane is being depressed, what are the rest of you doing?
Brad is grocery shopping.
Same with Louisa. She's trying to find some. I'm bringing out my my inner Latina right now. She's gonna find some chile.
You find some chili. It's just canned chili, so it's not gonna be really that good, but I mean it exists.
You
Better
know
than
we
nothing.
only have a microwave, right?
Do we have a microwave?
You do have a microwave because you got a TV dinner one time.
I just figured it'd let us defrost it and just ate it that way.
I was tempted.
She goes, "It's better grilled, but I guess better than nothing."
Mm.
While you guys are, doing your shopping, I would like everyone but Kane to roll me a perception check with a +10.
Perception.
That's awareness.
No, under characteristics, you can
Oh.
just click it straight up.
Okay.
Awareness is more for trying to see if anything's around. Perception is more passive.
Dang, I could have rolled that for the pet shop.
So just roll straight perception, no modifiers.
Yep.
Why can't I find it? Oh, never mind.
It's under
thought it was +10.
characteristics.
Yeah, I thought you had a +10 per perception.
Yeah, that would have been one success. Wouldn't it?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, whatever. Don't matter.
Okay, so Brad and Louisa, as you guys are shopping, you overhear a hushed conversation between two people who are currently buying what looks to be some sort of exotic pet food. I'm telling you, the black market is amazing. I don't know, it sounds kind of illegal. You're such a pansy. This is why you don't get all the cool girls. I mean, I'm gay. Oh, right. They go to pay.
Don't get involved. Don't get involved. Don't get involved.
Louisa looks over and she goes, "I guess we're both in agreement." Rather
Right.
I'd rather get what we need and keep going.
Yeah. We don't have much time anyway.
So, what is Owen doing?
Well, while everyone's handling the food, Owen's gonna see about finding weapons and armor.
Well, I mean, there is a weapon shop, but it's mostly selling more or less the same sort of stuff you have already.
All right, fair enough. Oh, actually, in terms of armor, he's gonna take the hint that the fact that he nearly got his leg blown off in that encounter is probably a sign that his robes alone aren't going to be doing him much help. So he's gonna see if he can't get some investment into like a chainmail suit, maybe.
Are you proficient with that?
Hang on.
Because if you were proficient, I would have probably given you that instead of the robes. Still, just look at that after the game and yeah, if we'll discuss it after the game. Does that sound fair?
Fair enough.
So, you guys finish up your little bit of shopping, and it's been about an hour. In terms of time, you've got probably about, I'd say, 5 or 6 hours.
Okay. It's still relatively early.
Oh
So
wait. Definitely go and get some more books. As much as he loves the Holy Scripture, he's starting to go mad.
Alright, well, you're gonna have to roll a check. You can pick whatever skill you want. This will be another plus 10 to see if you can find if there is a bookstore.
Any skill I want.
Any skill, because there's so many skills that would work for this check.
Alrighty, tidy. Yeah.
jeez.
70 hertz, my man.
Damn. Unfortunately, you're trying to listen for a bookstore, but you just keep hearing about this black something or other. Black bucket? A black bucket? A little hard to make out, but like you try and lean over to listen into the conversation, and they immediately notice you because you fall over and make a scene. But yes, acrobatics was not the check. I meant like awareness or
You said anything.
charm. Yes,
You didn't
within.
say anything.
I did, but I also assumed you were listening when I listed off everything for Neku earlier. Awareness, charm, command, commerce, deceive, inquiry, intimidation, perception.
We got commerce. It's crazy.
Like, there's a lot of checks. I've
Well, I failed severely for my hubris, so call it even.
Meanwhile, Brad is getting trashy magazines at the general store.
There is only a small selection, and they're all very incredibly sexist. As in, they feature women, and just women.
Never mind.
Like, you are playing a guy, just be aware that there's only comics featuring women.
Yeesh.
It's 40K.
Brad could be gay.
So, what do you guys do now?
After like 2 hours, I'm gonna say this. Kane eventually goes to the med bay, medical area.
Okay. They look to your arm and then they go, oof, that needs to be checked. Okay, we'll just ting ting ting, injection, pain, and then they, go, alright, you're all set. Then you won't lose another arm.
That's good. I would hate to have 2 of these around.
Yep. Alright, have a good day.
All right.
There's just screaming in the background. Ah, ah.
Oof.
The door closes and it's immediately silenced. You got some nice soundproofing.
Eh,
Very effective.
So what do you guys do now?
Okay, once
I'll
Brad has gotten groceries, he's going to try and meet up with the rest of the guys.
Yeah, same with Owen after that display.
Okay.
Louisa is going to just hang back a bit. She's going to see if they have like any kind of like medicine or something, some like pharmacy-esque place.
They do not. You'd have to go to the Medicaid for that.
To the medic what?
You'd have to go to the infirmary for that.
And they don't have one?
They don't have a pharmacy.
Okay. All right. Then if since she knows she can't find it, then she just heads back as well to the others.
I guess
Yeah.
I should also mention Brad also buys more cigarettes.
Cool.
And a
They
private
let you have about, I'll say 20.
Okay.
So, you guys all meet back up together, and Owen.
Yep.
No, not Owen. Krim, sorry.
You mean Kane?
Kane, that's it. I knew it started with a C. Sorry, I'm bad with names.
That's fair.
Kane, would you roll a perception check for me? Plus 10. There you go. You hear someone say the words pet and shop.
Kane deviates from the group and tries to hunt them down, but trying to do it sneakily.
You spot, looks to be some sort of mercenary based on their outfit. And they're looking at a sticky note, basically, that they're glanced around and going, oh, this other pet shop is around. And they're basically walking and trying to follow the directions they've been given. The rest of you, of course, notice Kane suddenly stop coming towards you guys and go in a different direction.
Not this again.
I fucking knew there was a damn pet shop here. Kane mutters himself.
See,
Brad is
concept.
going to leave the groceries with Madame Louisa and follow after Kane to stop him immediately.
Louisa
Kane.
just stands with all the groceries, looking very unimpressed.
Kane, a hand appears on his shoulder, stopping you from following the man.
Didn't we already go through this?
I don't believe we have yet. To be fair, he's getting away. Please, I need this.
This is not our job. We are not getting involved. Okay?
With what?
With back alley suspicions.
The pet shop.
It's a black market.
Oh.
We're
What
not
can we
going back there.
can we pretend it's a pet shop?
We are not buying anything from a black market. That stuff's expensive and illegal.
There's the cop. Fine, fine. The dejected Kane starts following back.
You guys head back to the ship?
I bought groceries. So now we
That's
don't
right.
have to live off of stale rations anymore. At least for
I
a little while.
I went through a painful surgery, I think.
Says Kane with a smile.
You got
Yeah.
drunk, didn't you?
Just a little, but I also had to go to the doctor. Or the medical area here.
Mhm.
I tried looking for weapons and armor, but it was not. It was pretty much nothing compared to what I already have. So, yeah.
Well, at least we have slightly better food.
I'd say the quality is much more better if did anything like the drinks they had.
You guys like soda?
I haven't had. Honestly, I haven't had soda since I was a kid.
It's not
have
even good
soda.
soda.
It's beer soda. You know the little canned beer?
Yeah, the tiny
Kane's,
can.
Kane's eyes sparkle.
Alright, let's get back to the ship before they leave without us.
I almost forgot. Louisa does want to try to find one thing, if she can.
Yeah.
She's looking for like a sewing kit, or maybe
Mm,
even like a something to like a needle and maybe like some thread somewhere.
How much time do we have left? That's actually a good question.
about 3-4 hours.
Okay. Kane is gonna follow regardless, just to see if there's any knickknacks he can find.
So, there isn't a store for sewing so much, but you're able to get a needle and some thread from the medical office. Like, you head in and they hand you just a basic first aid kit and there's a needle and thread in there.
Okay, she's just gonna take that just in case, but then she does pause for a second and she looks down to her little embroidered cloak, and she says, she looks up. She goes, "Do you have any like colorful thread, and maybe like 2 prongs?"
They shake their head. No,
She just kind of looks a little not disappointed, but like as if she expected it. But she was like, "Worth asking. Thank you." And yeah, she just goes away, walks away, out.
Is there
Cool.
like a supply store here too? Kind of like a convenience store would be good enough, I guess.
What sort of supplies are you looking for?
Paper.
Yes, you can get paper.
Okay. Of course, a writing stick of whatever kind is existence.
Sure.
Ken.
No issues there. No issues there.
Okay.
So you guys head back to the ship?
Wouldn't want to be late and
Yeah.
get left behind, stranded.
Alright.
Just set everything up.
So you head back to the ship and the captain lets you on. And as you guys are, putting your stuff away, Fawkes comes and takes back the card. There's a pledge you can't keep that.
It's our money. I feel so robbed.
So, you're gonna be here for at least a couple of hours, but you've got food, you've got snacks. So what do you do with your time?
Sleep. With all the snacks here, now that he's dropped them off, is there a shower area or bathhouse anywhere?
Not on the ship, and you guys went back to the ship.
Did they already take off from the ship?
No, the ship's still docked, but there wouldn't be a bathhouse. It's a truck stop.
Oh.
No
No
shower or anything. Thought there'd be showers at truck stops, but it just
There is a shower, but there's not gonna be a bathhouse.
that's fair. Be like a compact shower kind of deal.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It's like, Brad's going to go out again one more time just to take a compact shower.
Alright.
Because
So-
he really needs it.
You have a shower. No issues. And
Okay.
you come back. You guys are, settling in for the journey. And then you suddenly hear a and then Fexon speaks up and goes, "Open up, open up."
Oh no.
Oh no.
Do you open
door
up?
opens. Yes.
The door opens and Fexon's eyes are sparkling as they go, "Guys, I have the best news. We're not leaving just yet.
Why are we not leaving?
There's a black market, and we have to check it out."
Yes!
God damn it.
Raises his arm up. Yes!
Brad just face palms. Like, God damn it. Why?
Chief of police! Chief of police!
Louisa kind of flinches, looking like in pain at Kane yelling, and she goes, "Could you settle down the enthusiasm a bit, dear, please?"
You don't understand what's at the market. You just don't know.
I have an idea. If Brad is any indication, she motions to the Brad who's face palm.
Fexon reaches into their tail, and they pull out a pamphlet. Look, this is what one of the crew found while they were out and about. It's a pamphlet for the black market of this area.
Wow, it's official. It's an official black market, even.
Yeah, which is why we're going to go in, blow the place up, and then head on our way.
Kane looks rather sad now.
We getting paid for this?
Of course.
Can we confiscate anything that we see there?
Of course.
Kane looks excited again.
Of course, some items will have to be taken in, like heretical artifacts, of course.
Of course.
But as long as you let us check over any items you obtain, well, yeah. Like, if you find any weapons, as long as they're not too heretical, it's fine. Folks ways are poor. It's fine.
Brad, do you believe in fate?
Not particularly. I just believe in coincidences.
Good, because this coincidence is fated to be awesome.
And I just had a shower.
Alright, so rest up well tonight. Tomorrow we will start the investigation.
Brad is not amused, but he has to do it because it's
Yes.
his job.
Orders are orders.
Yep.
I was debating on Kane letting them know about the black market, but now he's so glad he didn't have to do that.
Louisa can't just wait in the ship.
No. This is what you're hired to do. This is what you get paid to do.
This wasn't the original job we were sent to do, though.
If you saw a heretic standing out in the open, but your job was to escort a noble off the planet, would you not stop to shoot the heretic?
No.
I would.
If it's convenient. Yes, Owen, there, right there. See, this man, he's on to something finally.
It's simple. Our job necessitates that sometimes we will have to change priorities. The old planet isn't going anywhere, and the cold is not going anywhere, probably. It'll be fine for 6 to 8 years.
Wait, how long?
What?
What?
So anyway,
What?
I'll see you all in the morning. I've got requisitioning to do. Captain! 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 And you just hear that slowly in the distance for about an hour.
Brad closes the door.
Captain?
Well, at least we're not dying to orcs anytime soon.
Look at that, you got another day of joyful living. And to think
Oh.
I was sad and drinking earlier.
You were drinking earlier?
Oh, it was awesome, man. I got wasted. They had the good stuff and the bad stuff. It was really the
Owen
same
just-
stuff, though.
Owen just gives you this fucking look.
Listen,
So-
it was legal drinking.
Well,
So,
at least you're happy.
Funniest thing about all of this, you know Lily?
Oh no.
Yeah, you're a little medic, Lily. I was just checking I had the
Yeah.
name right. Because she's an alkalite working under an interrogator, she could requisition drinks.
Oh boy.
The child, we must know.
The child.
Oh, this... Sure, have the kid go and pick up daddy's beer.
Hey, Lily, I need you to go out and give me a carton of cigarettes and beer.
So, is there anything you guys do before we skip to the morning?
No, all good on my end.
Kane's gonna do push-ups. Kane is gonna do push-ups with the mechanical arm, so it's cheating, but it's still a push-up.
Mhm. The morning comes, and with it, scratch, 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 scratch. Hey, 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 wake up! Hey, hey, wake up!
Brad is already
Wake, hey,
He
open
opened
the door. Wake up! Okay. Oh, hi, hi. Good, good. You're awake? Great. Let's get going.
What
Right.
clone number are you?
I believe this was clone number 6. No, number 27.
20. Okay, I know that was the joke.
I thought I might have made a 666 joke, but I think I made that for one of the other ones. Yeah, it's 27.
Oh no, it's even worse.
Anyways. Rise and shine. We have a black market to blow up.
And a puppy to get.
Oh no, puppies are extinct.
Kane looks rather disappointed now.
Truly a loss for humanity.
And dog kind.
Louisa rubs her forehead, looking a little irritated and looks quite exhausted, but she's just like, let's just get this over with, please.
Sure thing.
Owen
So I have been in talks with the mechanicus in the area, and they have kindly given us the location of the black market. Yay! So we're just going to go in and kill them all.
Right. You make it sound so easy.
Old wags their tail. I know! I'm great, aren't I?
Hmm.
Well, let's get going.
Let's go. Right. Brad Cox's gun.
Kane cocks his arm.
Okay.
Owen loads his revolver and slings a heavy warhammer over his shoulder.
And as you guys are exiting the ship, you see that another, like, I'm talking tiny, like, the size of, you know, the little escape pods that are like one person sized.
Yeah.
So, one of those has landed in the little ship area, and Lily steps out. Because, you know, Lily was catching up.
Right.
And so, we'll get to that next session.
Okay.
But yeah, I know it's a little short, but I don't want to do anything too combat heavy without Lily here, so we'll leave that for next session. And yeah, thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you all next time. Bye bye.
See ya.
Oh boy.
Hey, no making fun of it again. Maybe at any time, but I won't.
So sad.